Hello everyone, welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes. It's not Baz, it is Liam. Baz has gave me some information that is going to blow the absolute socks off everyone today. But before we get into it, the usual stuff, don't forget if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. It keeps you up to date with everything that we do post on the channel, as well as go and check out Falsenineltd. It's mine and Baz's company. Awesome merch. Go and check it out. I mean, the good old slogan, intensity is our identity, down the arms. There's plenty of different colors in these hoodies. If you want to get one of them, go and check out the description down below. There's just a little, email address that you can press on. Take that to Google. Just tell us what you're inquiring about. If it's a color, anything like that, just let us know. We'll have a look at it for you. And yeah, we'll let you know the actual price on them. But the things that everybody's here for is the transfer stuff. Who's coming in? Who's going out? I know yous are going to go mental. There's loads of yous in the chat, so I'm going to get around to yous before we even dive into them because I want to speak to yous. So, afternoon, Baz. It's not Baz. It is Liam. Any news on the outgoings? As I feel we need to get some of the deadwood. Let some of the deadwood go for before we free up some space. We're going to touch on it. I'm so excited. I just bought my first can of Carabao. It's rank, but it's the fort that counts in Eddie. In how we trust. Yeah, honestly, gonna be sick. I hope we win that cup. Afternoon, crew, driving, so listening. Thanks for tuning in, Roger. Drive safely. Please do not look at the screen. Just listen to it through the car. Welcome, peeps. Hi, Peter. I hope you're well. I'm ready, says Ronnie. Bring me some good transfer news. Peter Griffin would be good to get rid of Deadwood in more ways than one, says Kevin. Will it be Baz or Liam? It is Liam. Baz is in bed because Baz is on night shift all weekend. So, yes, you've got me to put up with today and potentially for the full weekend. I think, I'm just going to come back. I think Baz and Gary are going to be doing the watch-along on Sunday. So, yeah, you can check that one out. Depay and Neves could be ours, perhaps Trossard. That's what I've seen so far, says Kevin. I've got some stuff that we're going to touch on and we'll speak about some things. Happy that Man U are losing. I haven't even looked at the game. Afternoon, Stephen. I hope you're well. Late? Question mark. Yeah, I was late. Sorry, I was just sorting some stuff out behind the scenes. Alan Brown, not too sure if Newcastle should have a preference or not between City versus Man United. Baz be late for his own funeral, but will use the kids as an excuse. Watch lol. Nah, it's not Baz. It's Liam. I'm late. Terribly sorry about it. Afternoon, Andy. Hope you're well. Maybe Morrow will be presenting it. Nope, it's not. It's Liam. Any news on Neves from Wolves? We're going to touch on it. Kevin, Depay makes no sense. Yeah, Depay, as far as I have the information that I've got, nothing's touched on Depay. It seems to all be media related. So, yeah, it's all things to do with media. I highly doubt Depay comes. I don't think he meets the criteria Eddie Howe's trying to implement and things like that. I just can't see it being true. And I'll be 100% honest with you. Depay has a bit of an attitude problem. This is why we're seeing him leave the likes of Manchester United and the other clubs. Something isn't right with Depay, and this is why he'll not come to us. He's arrived at 3:30. He'd arrive at 3:30, yeah. Be sat here all day waiting for Morrow, lol. Yeah, it's not Morrow. Thought it'd be Liam again, as he was on earlier. Very good afternoon, Paul. Hope you're well. Blow our socks off. So Wood has been made first team captain. Nah, it's not that extreme, Andy. Hi, Lee. Hope you're well. Hi, Kevin. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, Kevin. Frederick will be happy with Depay. We're not getting Depay. Afternoon, guys. Afternoon, Richard. Hope you're well. At work, hiding to watch this. It's going to be a bit of a... You're going to have to hide for about half an hour to 45 minutes because there is a lot. Hey up, Liam fella. Hi, Peter. Hope you're well. Who's in, who's out, shake it all about. We're going to touch on it, don't you worry. I'm just getting you all in the comments. There's plenty of this. Afternoon, Facebook user. Don't forget, click that accept button so we do know who you are and then I can actually see your name in the chat because at the minute, all I can see is Facebook user. But appreciate you tuning in. Afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, Andrew. I hope you're well. Is the Carabao Cup like Red Bull? I haven't a clue. I don't know what Carabao is. Good morning from Michigan. Oh, thanks for tuning in, Steve and Missy. Good morning. I mean, wow. from America, I'm assuming that is. Thanks for tuning in. Hi from Malta. Thank you very much for tuning in from Malta. Facebook user, don't forget to click that button to accept so we know who you are. Hi, Liam. From all of those bottles behind you, you're not in the Breaking Bad meth lab, are you? I'm not. I touched on this morning. This is just a business that I run from outside of my full-time job. I want it with my partner and stuff like that. We just do a bunch of like air fresheners and stuff, which we do on the side, yeah. But we'll not go into that too much because I don't want to self-promote it. How are the Toon Army? Baza is Tress Bonnet, in my opinion. Boys and gems. Afternoon, Mark. Thanks for tuning in. Heard that the club have not made any offers on anyone yet. We're going to touch on that, Kevin. There is an offer in for someone. Hint, hint. Now then, we'll be happy to put up with you. I hope you will be, because I can be a nightmare at times. City 1-0, Man United, Grealish the scorer. Mad. Afternoon, Steve. Any news on Maddison? We're going to touch on it, don't worry. Any news on Maddison? We're going to touch on it, don't worry. I have got a bit of news for you. Maddison thing is getting silly now. Yeah, it is. Honestly, I'm sick of it. It needs to happen because it's been going on about since the summer, and I'm sick of covering it. Hope something happens next week. Any news on Maddison? I'm still crossing fingers and toes for Diaby. Haven't got anything on Diaby, I'll be totally honest with you, Peter. I think we should give ASM a go as a centre attack midfielder, providing him the freedom to move either left or right. Surely we'll need to change the team up, but we're going to need to avoid being predictable. I agree with Andy, but I don't think ASM, and I don't think we'll play a centre attack midfielder. That's just not our formation, I don't think. Man United 1-1, dragging this out. I'm not. I'm just getting to the stuff. There's just a lot of these in the chat. I like to talk to people, Martin. Sorry. But offside. Good afternoon. Good show. Show hasn't even started yet, Ronnie. Stay tuned. But thanks and good afternoon to you. Afternoon, Liam. Is Lascelles part of Neves' deal? We're going to touch on it. Don't worry. Smash the like button and subscribe, eh? Yeah, let's do it. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Let's go absolutely out of the world. Let's smash over 100 likes on the video. Right. People are going on about Maddison like it's going to be done. Going to be a done thing. We thought this about Paqueta, and look what happened. Paqueta, as far as I've heard, we pulled out of Paqueta. There was news about that. Stevie Beck, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're well. Bet Rashford scored for Man United. Conor Gallagher will be good. Offside. Banging on about Paqueta. Bruno Fernandes, 1-1. We're going to start calling him Fresh Liam from now on. Call us whatever you want. Just don't call us a prick. A swap Conor Gallagher for St. No, I don't want Conor Gallagher. I'm sorry, but I don't. Does your meth lab fund the channel? No, it doesn't. It's quite not. It's not really a meth lab, Andy. Hi from Littlehampton. Thanks for tuning in. And welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I think you are new and I haven't seen you in the chat before. Does help out the channel a lot. Afternoon, Liam. Hope you're well. Afternoon, Mark. I hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in. Diaby is another one that's getting to me. It's going on since summer. I think it is just fan-based links. Diaby's been talked about. We're a long-term admirer of Diaby. Nothing's going to happen in January as far as we're aware because of the price tag. But it could change. Things can change. City 2-1, Rashford. No, Man United 2-1, Rashford. Wow, that changed quick. Gallagher, no. Yeah, at least you agree with me, Andy. Yeah, don't want Gallagher. Right, anyway, enough rambling. We're going to look into the stuff that I've got, okay? Before people start absolutely criticising us in the comments and saying, you're milking this one, son. We're not, right? I just like talking to you in the chat. I feel ignorant. Little statement from Dan Ashworth today on January signings. He said, we've got a 25-man squad now, so we need to trade. And the second thing is every club is bound by financial fair play. Each financial year, you have budgets which you can use, so that you need to make sure we're in that budget. You can't just go and spend because we fancy it. Completely true. It has to be part of the plan. As we've already mentioned, there is a plan in place. It has to be done within the financial structure. We're in a wonderful position in the league and we want to be able to sustain it. We've got really good squad. Sorry, we've got a really good squad. Sorry. So yeah, Dan Ashworth touching on some things there that we already know about, and it's nice to see. But as we all know, we like to talk down the media. So the first bit of information I've got for you today, and I'm just going to get it up on my phone. Just bear with us. I'm sort of going back to front of what I've been told. So this guy, he's been talked about in the media a lot. This year is Chris Rigg. I think that's how you pronounce it. Apparently, I know, don't criticise his Newcastle fans. I know he's in a Sunderland shirt. I hate it. But apparently, he's a Newcastle fan. So he wants to come to Newcastle. Apparently, we're working hard behind the scenes to sign Chris Rigg, as he's a young player, and we're looking to develop young players and bring them into the team and do something better. How about under 21s, because they're really struggling to get a game and win a game at the moment. So yeah, he's that's all I was given about him. Literally, the fact that we're working behind the scenes on him. Nothing being said about how much or anything like that, but we are working behind the scenes for this guy. It does make me sick that he's in a Sunderland shirt, sorry. So I'm taking that off the screen. But yeah, we're working behind the scenes to potentially sign him. The young lad, apparently a very solid Newcastle supporter. Very weird why he's playing for Sunderland. I do tell you that, but we'll forget it. We'll forget about it. We'll forgive him. We did with Jack Colback. Another one that I haven't heard about until I was mentioned this. We're working behind the scenes to sign Stoke's Nathan Law. Apparently this guy's a really favoured youngster from Stoke. There's no transfer news or anything on him. It's just literally we're working behind the scenes on bringing in these two young players. It's basically develop players in the under 21s, because we're under 21 squad are absolutely shocking at the moment. They kind of string a game together at the minute. So hopefully new recruits can help that out in that sense. There's loads in the chat, mind. The chat is going absolutely bizarre. Smash a like button, guys. Like I said, try and go over 100 likes. There is 175 here so far. That's unbelievable. So I will try my best to try and keep up. I'm not milking it. I'm literally reading the chat at the same time as I give you the news. Let's have a little look. Where was I at? 146 in the chat, and there's only 43 likes. Come on, guys, do the right thing. That's right. Listen to Peter. Smash a like button. Let's get our 100 likes. Kevin said, let's stop and listen. Yeah, we're going to keep going through the chat, and we're going to stop and listen. I'm still going to have people that are going to say, you bastard, you're milking it. I'm definitely not a lover of Gallagher. Neither am I, Peter. I agree with you. Wash hands, bang on. At my lasses lame, cheers for the care, mate. No bother, Roger. Tell us the news, Liam. Hurry up. Sorry, Tiger Studios, but I have to be honest with you. I'm going to get to it, but there's a lot of you in the chat, and I am going to keep covering you in the chat because I feel ignorant. Just let you live in there. Did Ashworth not see the Sheffield Wednesday game? He would have seen it, but he was travelling. Facebook user again, please just click the button so I know who you are and I can actually see your name. There is a button that says literally accept. I think it's like cookies or something like that. It'll show your identity, then I can see who you are. Yeah, he's from heaven and loves the tune. I'm assuming that's on about Chris Rigg. So yeah, fair enough. We won't be getting Gallagher. He's already said he won't move north. Oh well, fuck him. He's my pal's son. The whole family are tune mad. Dazza, do us a favour then. Tell the guy we want him on the podcast. We'll get him on and we'll interview him once he signs for the tune. Chris is a Geordie. Seems not lol. And so is his dad. He'll be P.O. Sunderland. The reason why Chris Rigg signed for Sunderland is that the Ashley Academy, now known as Newcastle Academy, well, NUFC Academy, were not being supported or invested in. Fair enough. Apparently, Rigg went to the Mackhams as our academy was so bad. Fair enough, Alan, honestly. I would do the same. Honestly, if I was offered, if I want to excel my my football career, I would sign for players. I need to be careful what I say here. But it's going to pain us to say this. If it meant I had to sign for Sunderland and that was my only choice, I think I'd have to. But I couldn't put on that fucking shirt. Take that Sunderland shirt off my screen and I'll like it. It's off. You better have liked it. Afternoon. I hope you're well. So Dan needs to be told, if not already, that the squad is not as good as he thinks. Our second team, essentially, versus Sheffield Wednesday, were poor. He knows this. This is why there's investment, and this is why the PAF are over here. Warkid telling me Ridge is Foden. Fair enough. Sign for Sunderland. I'd rather go on the bin. I'd rather go be a bin man. Fair enough. I mean, if he offered quite a bit of money, I'm sure anyone would take the money. But yeah, it's fair enough. Anyway, right, enough rambling. The other stuff we've got is players that are potentially going out because we know that they need to go. We know players need to be looked at and sold on before we free up some spaces in the squad. And one of them I'm quite sad about. Jamal Lewis has been told. So basically, the club's told him that he's not going to be a part of the club's plans. He hasn't made it. And as far as we're aware, the club that's interested in him is his old club, Norwich. Apparently, Norwich are interested in him. However, it's more or less going to be a loan with an obligation to buy. It's not going to be any fee up front, anything like that. It'll be an obligation to buy at the end of the loan. So as far as we're aware, Norwich want Jamal Lewis back. Let them fucking have him. Let him have him. I'm sad to see him go, but he hasn't made it. He hasn't excelled under Howe. So, yeah, Jamal Lewis is the first one we spoke about, and he's looking to be leaving. So that's one player we're going to be looking at selling, which is it needs to happen. He hasn't excelled, and yeah, it's time for him to go. We probably overpaid for him. I think it was like 12 million we paid for him. So we'll probably get nothing back from him, probably 5 million if that. We need to get at least one CM in because there was no there was none on the bench in the last game. Who did we play in the last game? Why am I forgetting? Leicester. Was Anderson not on the bench? I'm sure there's a few of them on the bench. But yeah, I agree with you. We do need a centre midfielder. Rig could have gone to Borough or Hartlepool. That wouldn't have been so bad, would it? It's still a rival, so yes. Not as bad as fucking Sunderland, though. That doesn't upset me, Lewis going. Lewis is shite and send Murphy there as well. Yeah, there's no talk of Murphy going out yet. The other one that we've been mentioned about as well is Ryan Fraser. We already know. We've touched on this already. Baz has touched on this already. Ryan Fraser's been told to go and find himself a new club. That agents are searching for clubs. Basically, to either go on loan if they can't. To go to the clubs permanently. If they can't, then it's a loan with an obligation to buy. They have to be an obligation to buy. We're not looking to just loan the player out and get them back next year. We want to get rid of them. We want them off the books. We don't want them back. So yeah, Ryan Fraser's been offered out. We know Southampton were interested in him, and that seems to have went away a bit. It seems to have just died down. We've not heard anything back in regards to Southampton. So it's just one of those things, sadly. Nothing else back on Ryan Fraser, but he has been told to look for another club. I think it's the right move because I think we need better players than Ryan Fraser. But it just shocks me that Fraser's been the man to get told to go, considering Jacob Murphy's still there. So there'll be a lot of people that'll be pissed off about this, but it is what it is. The other man we're going to touch on as well, Carl Darlow's been told to go and find another club. It's been said that Carl Darlow isn't getting enough game time. The club aren't interested in keeping a hold of him. There's been a few names mentioned, Middlesbrough being one of the main teams that have been interested in Darlow since the summer. But apparently, as far as things are concerned, Darlow could potentially be going to someone in the Championship. The name hasn't been released yet. I know Derby asked for him over the summer. Apparently, Derby wanted him on loan, but the situation with Derby and how much money they have, they just couldn't financially support it. But apparently Derby wanted Carl Darlow on a loan, but they couldn't pay all the loan fees and stuff, and we weren't willing to give the player for next to nothing. So that's why Carl Darlow didn't go to Derby. However, it's understood that Carl Darlow will make a move to the Championship more than likely. If Manchester United didn't sign Jack Butland on loan, he would have probably ended up there for I don't know how much. I mean, I heard Chelsea need potentially a new backup keeper, so we might get 50 million for Carl Darlow, but we'll have to see. I know they're signing everyone at the minute. But yeah, they're the three players we're going to be potentially looking at, that have been told to look for other clubs. They've been told either get gone and be sold permanently. If they can't, it's a loan with an obligation to buy. It's no just loan up front. It has to include an obligation to buy. That's the free players that we're looking to get rid of. There is a lot, so sit back, get yourself a cup of tea, stick us on loudspeaker, whatever you need to do. There is a lot to go through, by the way, in this video. We're already 20 minutes in and we're not even halfway through. It's mental. Right, what we're saying in the chat. What we're saying. I'm just going to come back. So, where was I? Chris Rigg is Foden-esque. How are you, mate? Oh, mate, honestly, my brain was baffled. It's unbelievable. I've lost audio. Oh, damn it, Roger. I don't know if you're any good at lip reading. But, yeah, you might want to go out and come back in. We're fine. I hope I live long enough to see hashtag United past Sunderland as they pass them in the league. Yeah, same. We won't be seeing Chris Rigg in our team for at least 5 years. We never know. It depends how he excels. We should get Marcus Thuram. I don't think that's going to happen by the looks of it. Chelsea are going to try and push for him now. Andrew's put Lewis out, Lascelles out, Richie out, Fraser out, Murphy out, Wood out, Manquillo out, Dubravka out, Darlow out, Shelby out, Dummett out. All Championships players, not Champions League. I agree with you, but they're not going in this window. They'll not be all them leaving in this window. Roger Cook, reboot your phone or computer. Manquillo and Shelby I would keep, says Kevin. Fire sale of most that have been raffed and bruised. Fair enough. Isn't this widely known already? There's probably some that have been touching the media, maybe. But there's other stuff that hasn't been put in the media yet that I've got. What do you think about Newcastle being a multi-club in the near future, i.e. buying a Brazilian club, Marseille, and Inter Milan? It would be unbelievable. I'm open to this as long as we're used as a feeder club, so they feed the players to us, and we're like the centre of the PIF. I don't mind if they want to buy anyone else, as long as we're the well-known club. Kevin says, Andrew, I thought Newcastle fans liked Rafa. We did like Rafa. We, in brackets, I do, but it was all negative football. Fair enough. KP sorted. Bluetooth still attached to the car outside. Fair enough, Roger. Thumbs up. Just got some massive, but very unsettling new, I'm assuming that's meant to say news, that I've just sent to Baz. It's not good. Thanks, Mr. Scout, about. I'll not even get that information because Baz is in bed. If you want, though, and you want me to cover it, feel free to DM us on Twitter. It's just at Liam Shev, spelled SHEV, double V at the end. If you want me to cover it, I'll have a look at it for you, and I'll let them know on the show. I'm sure Baz won't mind. Did I hear Ben Bertrand Diaz? No, you didn't. Think Rigg is only 15. Yeah, he is. He's very young. If we all stop talking to Liam in this chat, we might get there. There you go. But Andy, I don't mind people talking. Don't worry. Honestly, don't worry. Right. Anyway, the next thing we're going to touch on is this. If Newcastle are to sell Ryan Fraser or loan Ryan Fraser, we have expressed our interest in Dan Juma. I'm pretty sure this guy played for Eddie Howe back in these Bournemouth days. Very good player. Whether or not Fraser goes, I would still have him in anyway. Dan Juma's I'm pretty sure this guy got linked with us in the summer. We just never heard anything more of it. He was just a rumour, but he is on the list, and we have expressed our interest in the player. So it's one of those things, and we have to sort of wait to see what happens in this regard. We're going to have some stuff as well that I've got, but Baz has got, but this is the stuff I'm covering now is what Baz has gave me. But there's a lot more that I have as well, of the other guys that I speak to as well. But yeah, Dan Juma is on that list, is a targeted player, and I would happily take him any day of the week. But the one that's massive, that's getting spoken about in the media all the time, and apparently the player is going to Arsenal. But as far as we're aware, he's not. So Fesnanda, I don't know how you pronounce it. Ivan Fesnanda Falsenineltd, I don't know. Apparently, the deal is in advanced stages. The club have agreed fees and payment terms, personal terms yet to be agreed. The deal is close. Breakthrough for to happen next week. The players' agents are in London and have held talks with Arsenal and Newcastle United, but we are offering the best package all round. If he signs, Manquillo will be away to Spain this window. So this is the information Baz was given and Baz has sent to me. So this is massive. We know Arsenal are interested, but apparently we've offered the better package deal for the player. And honestly, if I'm not gonna lie to you, if this player goes to Arsenal, he's a fucking idiot. Because look, he needs to compare this. Bruno could have went to Arsenal. Look at how Bruno's getting on, right? So he needs to just take a bit of advice from Bruno, and Bruno needs to ring him and just say, yeah, look, mate, I went to sign with them. They're pure shite. I want to say you should sign for the tune. He just needs to have that conversation with them. I'm going to be honest with you. They need to have that conversation with them. But yeah, I'm excited about this young lad coming in from Spain. If Manquillo has to go the other way to make this deal get pushed through like we announced in previous videos, then that has to be the case. That's fair enough. I wouldn't mind Manquillo leaving because I don't think he's got it in him anymore. I don't think he's the kind of player we need. I think we need that young player to learn from Trippier and really, really excel in our team. But yeah, that's the information we got on Falsenineltd. Right, what we saying? So, Mr. Scoutsbout, can you tell us here what it is? Mr. Scout, about to send it to you, buddy. No, but that I will have a look at it in a second. I'm just covering this stuff off Baz, but appreciate it, mate. Is a player Arsenal hasn't looked at? Arsenal keep trying to copy us. They did in the summer. Same with West Ham. Surprised West Ham being linked with them. London Lights turned them to shite. Look at Paqueta. Yeah, I know. Right, the next one we've got as well is a one that it's already been in the media. We're already seen it's been released. It's been spoken about every single week. Well, not every single week. It's been spoken about for, I think it got released yesterday, and everyone's going to be going on like, oh, hold on a minute, this has already been announced. So the one I'm going to mention is Ruben Neves. So this rumor came out yesterday, maybe the day before. It was released in the media. So in this regard, the information I was given was Ruben Neves rumors are 100% true. We have approached Wolves about his availability. So that's all I was given on that. And this was the stuff that Baz was sent. But the information I was given on Friday, well, yesterday, was this. Just a quick one for you. As this seems to be gaining some movement, Newcastle have inquired about Ruben Neves from Wolves. However, it's understood Wolves want around 60 million for the player. However, it's understood Neves loves the idea of joining Newcastle as he'd like to be a part of helping out within this project. Neves feels as though his time is up and has come to an end at Wolves, and he would like to excel the next part of his career. So that's the information I was given, the information Baz was given. So they're sort of like combined together. So apparently these rumors are true about Ruben Neves potentially coming to Newcastle. It's massive though, isn't it? It's so big because Ruben Neves for me is unbelievable. It's just a case of 60 million is unreal for him. That's such an expensive amount of money to pay for a player. 60 million. So that'll have to be looked into. They'll have to negotiate that price. It's going to have to be one of those things that we take our time to assess and find out who is the right person at the right price, because we already know Alan Varela is another player we've looked at, the young lad from Argentina. So it's just going to be one of those things. We have to wait and see what comes about. But Neves, for me, absolutely love it. Love the idea. I think he'd be solid because then that allows Bruno to go forward, because Neves is a solid CDM. And I think him and Bruno will play so well together. What we're saying in the chat. What we're saying. Sorry, I'm just catching up with you. It's obvious we need out before ins. I agree with you. We need to get players off the books before we look to make ins. Man U 1-2-1. Bastards. Bosch Stuart Lee. Can't see us parting with 60 million. To be honest, I've heard a lot about Neves recently. Yeah, it's coming out a lot now, Mr. Scouts about. That's some size, probably note for Neves. Worth 35 at most. Yeah, I agree with you, Andrew. 35, 40 million maybe, but Wolves ain't going to want to part to let him go. I mean, he's that captain, I'm pretty sure as well, so I highly doubt it. How old is Neves and how long's left on his contract? I couldn't tell you. If someone can find that out in the chat, just Google Ruben Neves. I would, but my keyboard's loud as hell and this microphone picks up everything. Surprised not picking up everyone outside as well. Forgot the show was on. I would love Ruben Neves, and I was saying it to Caitlin last week. He would complete our midfield. Thanks for tuning in. I'm assuming this is Nick. But yeah, I think he'd be sick to come to Newcastle. Would rather have Maddison instead of Neves. I think we all would. We're sick of hearing the rumours about Maddison now. That's a problem, Liam. Newcastle seem to be taking too long in getting more players in. It's not. I agree that it's taken longer than it originally was scheduled. Basically, we were told it was going to be last Monday. That got delayed. That information got delayed. Sorry. So it's not. I know it's taken longer, but you need to remember we're sat third in the league, or fourth. Sorry. Third or fourth in the league. It's probably changed now. So I think it's a case of we're not going to rush into these things. You need to remember as well, it's January. This time last year, we were told this as well. January is a really, really hard window. And it's hard to convince players to leave their clubs where they're at. So, well, not the players, sorry. It's hard to convince clubs to sell the players mid-season. It really is. I think he's 25 and 18 months left on his contract. There you go. That's what Roger says. He's worth 30 to 40. Great technical ability, but doesn't press or fit in identity of Eddie's team. But Eddie Howe can really, really regen players. Hello, Nick, but I bet it is Caitlin now. I don't get why we don't just put bids in, just pay the money and get the top targets we need, because that's not what we're about. 4 players minimum this month. It's looking tough. It's January. It's really hard to get them in. 25. Hi, Robert. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. Ruben's contract runs out in 2024. He's on 55k a week, and he has just turned 25, I believe. There you go, Mr. Scout's about. Just confirmed that for you. Cheers, Scout. Neves is 25. He has 18 months on his contract. People are confirming this now. Hey, it's Caitlin. Caitlin's still at work. Wallace. You never see it, hear it, or any of the top 6 needing to sell players to make way for new ones. Like Chelsea, they just sign them. Plus, if they're under 21, they don't need a squad place. It's just loan them out. Fair enough. Thanks for that, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. I don't think I've seen you in here yet. We are currently 4th until we win tomorrow. Fair enough. It's not hard if we pay the money that they want. But we're not going to do that. If everyone paid the money that the clubs wanted, then the clubs could demand anything they wanted. It's not what we're about. We're there to get the right deal. We'll not just pay what clubs want. Is this now the problem with a higher management structure, similar to what Man U have suffered in the past? Need to have a dozen yes before we can make an offer. I don't think it's that. It's just, it's the correct amount of money. It's making sure the money's right and the deal's right for us. I really do want Arsenal to beat Spurs. Fair enough. Ruben does have a contract extension in his contract, though that can be activated till 2025. Fair enough. Did you hear what Stan Colmo said about Eddie Howe? No, I didn't. Sorry. Chelsea have 2 teams, one on loan and one in the Premier League. You're not even gonna lie to you. That should be how it is. Bringing in your players, having your top players in your main squad, and then having your youngsters getting loaned out and developed elsewhere or developed in your first team. I think that's how it should be, and that's how we will be at some point in the near future. I have no doubts about it. Right, anyway, moving on. So, everyone's gone on about it. Everyone wants to hear about it. Just saying if Baz sent me something in regards to this earlier on in the week. Bear with me a minute while I try and find this up for you. Yeah, so Baz gave me a few things, and I'll run through them, and then I'll clash them with the stuff we got. Well, that I got. So Baz got big news for Maddison. Dealers off. 100% the club feel that fighting for him in this window has fallen into a trap as prices and negotiations keep changing, although they need to go in for Maddison with a heavy hand on the summer rather than this winter. Just got that sent through as they have been told to start negotiating with other targets. This is what Baz was sent the other day, just a heads up, so this could have changed. We were also told, surprisingly, Newcastle are also after Shuttlebeck from Dortmund too, around 25 to 30 million. So that's like the centre-back from Dortmund, which I find very strange because I don't think we need a centre-back yet. No, I think it's too early. Also being told that Lascelles has said if he's no longer needed in the club, he will retire rather than move on, which we think is a guilt trip on the club. So that's a little bit of information that Baz was given. Let's have a look at what else we've got here as well. There's loads of stuff that we were given, and I've just got to. I just need to look back over it because it's so far up the chat with Baz that I just need to come back to it. But anyway, the stuff I got given on Maddison is so. This is the stuff that I got on Thursday about Maddison. Teams are playing hardball just like they were this time last year in regards to prices for players. I've been told the deal for James Maddison is now off. Leicester trying to mess Newcastle about in regards to price. So that's what I got given on Thursday. Don't think I got anything else on Maddison other than that. Yeah, I didn't get anything else on Maddison than that. However, there was something else mentioned, and I'm just trying to find it. Give me a second. One second. Sorry, guys. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll try and find that information in a minute, but that's as far as I got with Maddison in the rumours that we got given. Issue I've just got is if Leicester are playing hardball by and just constantly moving the wages about and then the money that they're actually paying, we'll have to see. We'll just have to see what happens. I'm just going to have a look at what Mr. Scout's about sent me. So Mr. Scout said, right, so he sent me this. So this is what he said. He said, prepare yourself, buddy. Real Madrid are coming in with a massive player plus money deal for Bruno G. Player thought to be Mendy plus 45 million, increasing to 55 million if they finish first in La Liga. But if they win Champions League with Bruno, registering assists or goals, it would rise to 60 million. So he managed to only get this morning. So I hope that's not true. But I highly doubt that Newcastle will sell Bruno. I'm sorry, but I really do highly doubt Newcastle will sell Bruno. But that's what we were given in that regards. Can I just say we can't pay what they want? Remember, if we pay what they want, we are potentially improving their side as well as ours. Every club has gems they are looking at, and keep it quiet. No bother. So, right, what we got. Always will be. Chelsea are a mess. I don't think that current owner knows what he's doing or have much knowledge about real life football. I think he thinks playing FIFA 23. Yeah, he does. Think they have 25 plus players on loan. Let them do it. We should sack him if we say in the top 4. Should sack who? How? No, we shouldn't. What happened to the 2 this channel said we would sign last Monday, then change it to Friday? Full of shite. It's not full of shite. It's just the information that we were given. We'll provide it. We're not 100% saying that it's going to happen. We're just told information. It got changed from Monday. It got changed to Friday. It's January transfer window. Things change on the daily. It's not a load of shite. I think you need to understand this. We don't report a load of shite. We just report what we're given. If it doesn't become true, then it doesn't become true. Can you imagine if Potter gets sacked at Chelsea and a new manager, they inherit all of those players? Complete mess. Well, it's the same with Nottingham Forest. Southampton, Wolves, Chelsea, Brighton, and City have all snapped up really good players. Brazilians, all for peanuts, under 20 million and very highly rated. I'll be gutted if we miss out on Varela too. Shuttleback as a left-footed centre-back. Sounds strange at the minute. Yeah, I agree with you. I cannot see us making a move for a centre-back at the moment. Maddison will not sign a new deal in the summer unless they know it. He'll sit on the final year of his contract and sign a 20 to 30 million signing on fee with a new Newcastle club. Fair enough. Leicester might get itchy feet towards the end of the month and let Maddison go for as much as they can for nowhere near the 60 to 70 million they're looking for. Yeah, no, it's just ridiculous, that price. We will have last laugh anyway when they won't be able to get 40 million plus for anyone anymore. Lose him for peanuts. True. That isn't true, says Joe Linton. Bruno J is going nowhere. I hope that's bollocks. So do I. Not a chance of selling. No, we'll not sell Bruno. Can't we give Chris Wood a Leicester for Maddison? Nah, I don't think they'd be interested in him. Roger Cook it is. BS. Shuttlebeck was just bought this summer by Borussia Dortmund and is a left-footed like Botman and Burns, so it's a strange one. Not really a priority for us. Yeah, I agree with you, Morrow. I don't think he's coming anytime soon. We will not sell Bruno, not for 100 million. The richest club in the world is no longer selling. Can't we give Chris Wood to Real Madrid? They'd probably be interested. Yeah, no way that's happening. Real can fuck off. Fair enough. Talking shite. Believe what you want, mate. Know about that. Bruno, no doubt, one of the best midfielders in the league. If Mad's 40-50, then Bruno's double that. Yeah, 100% agree with you. Bruno, no doubt, one of the best midfielders in the league. If Mad's 40-50 million, double that. If it doesn't come true, then it doesn't come true. In other words, it's a load of shite. Leicester are way too stubborn. I agree with you. Why isn't Maddison putting in a transfer request? It's been said that basically Maddison's apparently been reported that he will put in a transfer request. We just don't know when that'll be. So we'll just have to wait and see. Apparently, the rumours are that he's going to be putting in a transfer request this coming Monday, but we'll have to see, because I don't want to be quoted on certain dates like we all seen in the chat. We don't know. We just get this information. We report it. We're given this as a fan. We're then giving it back to people that watch our channel. So this is what we do. If Bruno leaves, then I want the owners to go and get Bellingham. I would love Jude Bellingham. Real and Barca are now feeder clubs to Newcastle. Who would have thought that 18 months ago? Yeah, I know, mad. Said we should sack Eddie and get a better manager. Tell him to fuck off. Right, anyway, I'm going to go back to the bit of information I've got as well, because there's more players in here. So, it's a lot of clash of information. This is the one thing that we have, because we get so many different reports from so many different players. So many different people on so many different players. So I was given this information in regards to a player that we've never seen linked in the media yet. A player that apparently we've looked at, and I like the look of him. I'm really going to struggle to say his second name, though. It's this lad, Southampton. So this guy here, it's understood Newcastle are looking to keep inquiring about players who are at the right price. We also know that they have spoken to Southampton in regards to right back Tino. I don't even know how to say this word, but we're going to try and say it. Latoramento. I think that's how it's pronounced. Southampton are reportedly open to selling the player, but only if Newcastle meet their evaluation for the player, which they believe is in the region of around 28 to 35 million. I mean, that's not a lot when you look at it for a player like this. Whether or not we get him or not, it's hard to say. But he excites me because he's a young English right back, and he can learn a lot from Trippier. I mean, a lot. He can learn so much from Trippier. But yeah, he really, really excites me, and I would love to see him come to the tune. Whether or not he can, I don't know. Right. Anyway, don't forget the usual stuff. I'm just going to go back to the usual stuff before we continue because there is still quite a bit more. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It really does help us out. We're trying to go towards 10,000 subscribers. We're not far away, really. We're really not. Don't forget as well, if you want to become a member, you can become a member for as little as 99 pence per month. Anything that we do make from memberships tends to go back to you anyway because we do a lot of giveaways on the channel. And we always try and give back to you when you give stuff to us. I mean, we don't expect it or anything like that, so it just really does help out the channel a lot. As well as if you want to do any super chats or super thanks, anything like that, you can just hit that little $sign in the underneath the chat and do it that way. But yeah, anything like that's really appreciated. It's not requested or anything like that. It's completely up to you. But anyway, come back to the chat. I'm going to stop rambling on. I'll let Wood leave for free and I'll pick him up, drop him off to Grimsby Town. Fair enough. If you think the channel is a load of shit, why are you joining us in the live stream? There you go. Ian said it. Stan Calmo should keep off his gear coming out with delusional BS like that. Yeah, he should. 320 plus watch and smash that like button. The team are doing their best. Plus, it's great crack. Thanks, Andrew. Really appreciate that. Yeah, smash the like button. We've just hit 100 likes. Let's double it. I'm ambitious. Let's just keep going. Eddie Howe has reached our first League Cup semi-final since 1976. We are currently 4th in the Premier League. Things will only get better from here. Onwards under Eddie Howe with the right investment. Honestly, can't wait for it, Jody. Thank you very much for tuning in. If Madison hands in a transfer request, we'll lose a fortune. He'll lose a fortune with his likely bonus money. Very unlikely unless the club he wants to join covers it. We'll just have to say, Foxy, in that regard. But apparently there is talk of Madison potentially handing the transfer request from Monday. But we'll wait and see in that regard. Right. Anyway, out on Memphis Depay, seen TalkSport talking about him to Newcastle. It's just all media talking about Memphis Depay will not come to Newcastle. He doesn't fit the right mentality Howe has. Depay has an attitude problem, and that's why we wouldn't get Memphis Depay. Plus, he's getting on. He's getting on in age now. I think he's 20. I think he's 28, 29. One of the two. Might be wrong. Age, question mark. TalkSport, talk Kaka. Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of talk about Memphis to Newcastle, but that is only player recommending we go for. No club info on us scouting him at all. Yeah, I doubt Depay's coming to Newcastle. Isn't he injured? Have a clue. Roger, I know that, but it's something we've heard a few times from different sources. Knee injured? Fair enough, but you can still maybe have a bit of interest in him. Who knows? City absolutely robbed today. Haven't seen the match, sorry. Fair cop, Jody. Just joined. What is the huge update? If you want, you can go back and watch it. I can't really cover it all again because there's so much. Hi was told that Memphis Depay that he turned us down. Highly doubt it. I don't think we ever went in and approached Depay. So yeah, I think that's all the crap. Torramento is a big talent and no better player for him to learn from than Trips. He'll be a great buy. Yeah, I agree with you, Morrow. Be absolutely outstanding. Falsenineltd, we talked about him earlier on. We're still trying our very best to approach him. So if you have missed that bit, you can go back to it. It's close towards like the middle. Don't want to pay shite. Yeah, I agree with you. Look at him at Man United back then. Southampton's fullback age, Liam. I think he's 21. Don't quote us. I think he's 21 though. Hi, Foot2 Freestyler. Thanks for tuning in. I don't think I've seen you before. Hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate you tuning in. Depay hasn't been at Barca long, so basically he's shite. Why should we buy a bargain basement player? Ashley is no longer here. I agree with you. Colin said Trossard. Gonna get to him. I have got a bit of information for him on him. Sorry, just turned 20. Trust me, if Newcastle went in for Depay and what we could offer him, he would have signed yesterday. I don't think Depay's coming. I'm not gonna lie to you. We've got to get experienced players in when we can. But the pay isn't a player I'd be looking at. Nah, I don't like the pay. I don't want tab with the pay. How the fuck are Arsenal buying all these players yet FFP isn't being mooted? I have a clue. Right, anyway, moving on. So, got a bit of information on this guy. It has came out recently because of everything that's been mentioned in the media in regards to his hand and transfer requests and everything like that. So, Trossard potentially could be coming to Newcastle. So, I'm just getting up the information now. So, this is what I was told about Trossard. We've entered the race to sign Trossard. We've already held talks, but will contact Brighton next week to talk again. So this is the information I was given on him. The other information I was given as well was Trossard is being looked at as since the summer. They were looking at Trossard. The only issue we have is the price with Brighton and things like that. Brighton don't want to sell him, so it's just a case of we'll have to wait and see in regards to the Trossard deal. But yeah, we haven't been given much, and that was all we were given in regards to Trossard. One that we've always spoke about and haven't touched on him yet is Alan Varela. So, update on Varela. Newcastle still interested in him. However, Barca will only allow to leave if the release clause is now met, as Newcastle were offering under the player's evaluation, which was obviously his release clause. So now it's just a case of if we meet that release clause now. So we'll just have to wait and see. The other one I have got, but I haven't got a picture for, is Milinkovic-Savic. It's in the media at the minute that we are reportedly interested in Milinkovic-Savic. But I know Baz has got a bit of information on him. I haven't seen it. Sadly, I haven't seen it, I don't think. I might have. It might be a bit further up the chart. I'll have a quick look. Let's see if I can have a quick browse. Yes, no. I can't say anything in regards to Milinkovic-Savic. It might be there somewhere. I don't think so. So there was some information we got given. This was it. Yeah, sorry, I've just managed to find it. We inquired about Hakim Ziyech from Chelsea. Apparently talks have taken place for him. So that's another name we haven't seen of at the media in the moment. So whether or not Chelsea look to sell them, considering the amount of players they've got on their books at the minute, who knows? But yeah, apparently Hakim Ziyech is a player that we have had talks in place with. We're looking at other players instead of Maddison now, apparently, and that player was Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. There's been nothing in regards to the fee and stuff, according to this. Transfer update we got was money. We're currently running off Ashley accounts. We are currently in the red due to bank loaning, so they keep trying to keep it tight until the summer. We'll make a move in the transfer window, but it won't be until the latest of the last week. So the last week of the transfer window will be the latest we make a transfer. We are working hard behind the scenes on transfer targets, trying to find the right deals for NUFC. So that's information we've got on giving that. What else have we got? I think that was it. Yeah, that's all we got on that regard from the information Baz passed over for me. So we've got that, and it's just so interesting. Anyway, the quick stuff I'm going to touch on in regards to the stuff I was given. It is going to clash with a lot of stuff we've already talked about, but it's the stuff I have to cover because it's the stuff that I get sent quite often by a guy that I speak to a lot. He is a journalist, and he does speak to a lot of agents. And I really do trust everything that he does say because a lot of his stuff is quite bang on. I'm not saying it's bang on right now, but a lot of it that I have seen in the past has been bang on. So their stuff's exciting. So he gave me the stuff on regards to the update of Varela. He also gave me the update in regards to Maddison. But he also said, we know Newcastle are now looking for options in the following departments, midfield and right back. So just the Newcastle are still sticking to their guns and not going in for anyone that is at a crazy price. I wouldn't hold your breath in regards to transfers at the moment. Wouldn't expect anything until the last 2 weeks of the January transfer window. This could change, however, is very unlikely at this stage. So that was the information I was given in that regard, and that was given on Thursday. I've already touched on the Ruben Neves stuff that I was given yesterday and the guy from Southampton that I was given. The stuff we've already talked about in regards to Jamal Lewis, Carl Darlow, and Ryan Fraser potentially leaving. He sent to me, basically, he came around and turned around to me and said, he says, so basically, they've all them 3 players have all been offered out today. Their agents are working hard to find them clubs, looking for cash offers first. No loans with obligation to buys. No, just straight up loans. They have to include an obligation to buy. So that's what we're told in that regard. Newcastle hoping to get some players off their books while they check out the right players for the team. So that was everything we were given in that regard. It was there was so much to cover. It was unbelievable to find out like all this. It's January. We know we're interested in players. The media's going to talk about everything. Everyone's going to find out loads of different information. Everything's going to clash. It's January. It's hectic. January for me is worse than the summer because the deals are absolutely stupid to try and find out. And just come at these in the chat because I can't see there's a lot of yous now. I think I went past it now. Latoramento, 21 years of age, like Kraft, he missed all season with a knee injury. No way we are looking at him. Fair enough. So we're not looking at him, but he's a name that was mentioned to me in any way. I reckon if we don't get Maddison, then McAllister will be part of our call. I would love McAllister, but I don't know how much Brighton would want for him. If we get Trossard, would the club sell ASM? Nothing's been said about ASM. Apparently, ASM, if you haven't already checked out the previous videos, apparently ASM is more or less of one for the summer. We'll look and assess him in any way. Oh, Colin, you just remind me I had some information on Milinkovic-Savic. Fair enough. CH. Don't know if Baz sent it to Liam or not. No, I didn't get it. I didn't get the information on Milinkovic-Savic. I got a bit of information, just his name mentioned, but I never got any in-depth information about him. So if you have got that, feel free to ping it over. We can look at it. Cheers. Yeah, Savic, he's awesome. Great technical ability. Yeah, I'd love Milinkovic-Savic, but I think it'd be a lot of money. I think he goes in the summer for free because he's not signing the contract, so we'll have to see. Brighton have a 12-month option on Trossard, plus he first choice is Spurs. It's apparently true, but players can be changed in their opinions. Messi is out of contract at the end of the season, yet to sign his new one would be good for a laugh, plus our shirt sales would be through the roof. If Castro could make enough of them anyway, yeah, they wouldn't be able to keep up. They wouldn't. They won't sell ASM for less than 65 million. They have stated that already, and I think their price is to fend off any interest. I'm assuming that was meant to say that price is to fend off any interest. Yeah, 100%. So true. Brighton links are strong, in my opinion, because of Dan Ashworth's contacts. Yep, totally true. Savic has been linked to Man United for years. Never wanted to come to England. It might change. Honestly, players can change their mind on a daily basis. It's all up to their agents because their agents can be greedy bastards at some points. Getting the impression Trossard might fail Howe's no dickhead test. Yeah, fair enough. Fellow Premier League players don't want to do business with us. That's the reality. Our only option is to raid the continent. Dortmund, we're looking at you. Fair enough. Hi, Nelly. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, everyone. I hope you are all great. Been listening for a while. Let's get a forward and a midfielder and a right back. Steph, you'll be surprised. Hi, Nelly says, Steve, what will be. Let's just enjoy the ride. It's only the start of what's to come. True. Good evening. Steve says, Nelly, did you look on Twitter that Scout DM to you during the show? Yes, I did. Had a look at that. Don't worry about it. I mentioned it earlier on. He has just sent us the stuff about Milinkovic-Savic, so I'll have a look at that in a moment. So appreciate that. Way late. We'll catch up. No, but that is. Yeah, it's a big one. You might want to go back to the start and try it again. Milinkovic-Savic, very tidy player, but 55 million plus for a player that's 28 next month seems unrealistic to Ashworth's typical business. Where'd you get 55 million from? I haven't heard 55 million, mind. But you might have heard something else instead of I have. Foxy, age never a concern in midfield, especially holding midfielders. Conte will be away at the end of the season. There's going to be exodus. It's going to be an exodus there. Trossard not in the squad today. Felon, Fallen with, he's fallen out with the manager. Sent it to you. Yeah, appreciate that. I'm going to have a look at that in a moment. It is like 2/3 days old now. Fair enough. So it could have changed because January's an absolute pain in the arse. So this is what was sent. Major news today. Lazio have left Milinkovic-Savic to decide his future after he agreed a pre-contract deal for the summer to join Man United. News today that Newcastle United have offered Lazio a lucrative deal and offered the player a contract that Man United simply can't match, and the player is now very interested in talking to the club. And he just followed up with, this is from 2 days ago. So yeah, it's from 2 days ago in regards to Milinkovic-Savic. I think he'd be an epic signing, Savic. So we'll just have to wait and see in regards to what happens there. It'd be nice to see him come to the tune. I think he'd be unbelievable in the midfield. And it'd help push Bruno a bit further forward. United won, get in, fucking buzzing third. Fair enough. Lazio will want a minimum 60 million euros for Savic. I hope not. But yeah, that's everything we've touched on today. There's been a lot of information. If you want to go back and listen to it and rewatch it, and you want to take any information from there, go and do it. It was a lot to cover in the space of an hour. I am aware of this. There's a lot. But yeah, that's everything. Don't forget, smash the like button. Really is appreciated. We're on 121 likes. It'd be epic if we can get to that around 200 like mark. I did say 100 at one point, but if we can get around 200 likes, that'd be sick. Blow the roof off of Baz as well. He may go, whoa, what's happened to the channel? How we got that much likes? But yeah, smash that like button. Don't forget as well, you can share it around with all your friends and stuff by just hitting the share button underneath the video, as well as if you want to become a member of the day, it is only 99 pence, and anything that we make from memberships tends to go back to us because we do like to do giveaways and things like that on the channel. As well as, don't forget as well, if you want to do any super chats and everything like that, there is a little dollar sign underneath the chat. Click on that and do whatever you want from there. But yeah, everything like that is really appreciated. It's not required. We don't require anything in regards to these. As long as you just subscribe to the channel, that's all we ask. Bare minimum, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. I mean, they're both free. But yeah, we really appreciate you for tuning in. And yeah, don't forget, you can join Baz and Gary for the watch along tomorrow. Let's beat Fulham. Let's come home with the 3 points. And yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. And I'm sure I'll see you in the near future. Goodbye.